And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win is just, the monthly themed Who Would Win. For those of you who are unaware, during the each month there's a or each month there's a themed Who Would Win that goes through each month essentially. And basically, originally I think it was like the Lantern Corps versus the Espada. I did the Keep Police Captains, the Planeswalkers Magic, and in this one, right now the monthly Who Would Win theme is Naruto and the rookie 12, including Sai. So basically, we're on Shino now, is what I'm trying to get at. Shino is from the Aburame clan. He can manipulate his insects. He can call insects to him. The insects eat chakra. They can eat flesh. They are quite devastating. He's also capable of shuriken user, weapons user. Not like a master weapons user, but he knows how to use kunai, substitution, because it's the academy jutsu. Clearly, he knows the clone jutsu as well. Transformation jutsu. He's a very cool, calm, collected individual. So when I put someone up against him, I had to find, okay, I want another insect user. And I remember one of the most recent Mortal Kombat games being Devora, who is a chitin, chitin. It was a chitin. It was basically a hive of insects that came together to create a humanoid being. And I mean, that's technically a hive mentality, but apparently their personality does seem to come off like an individual. Um, so, yeah. But I mean, she's very aggressive. Like most of Mortal Kombat characters, she's very aggressive. She, um, she her abilities rely mostly on like insect manipulation. She can fire resin from her body. She can create insects for offensive purposes. Like shooting fire, explosives, and she's also actually relatively capable of hand-to-hand combat. Um, her physiology is. I'm sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained. I had to restart this video, so I'm a little scatterbrained now. Her physiology has like four like long pincers on her back. She's got several special moves. Most of them involve like exploding insects and things along those lines. If these two met in combat, who would win? Well, she'd probably be the aggressor, but the question is, can either one of them manipulate the other's insects? I don't know if she could manipulate Shino's insects, because Shino's insects are part of his hive and are imbued with his chakra. Whereas it's possible that the insects that make up her hive or just live inside her, that's something Shino could probably at least call to his like summon, because he has a technique that brings insects to him. But these two met in combat, there's going to be a lot of blows traded. However, one is a ninja, one is technically a fighter, but technically not. I mean, she is a fighter, but she's neither a ninja nor a warrior. It's just she's a fighter. So, I mean, these two would probably go toe-to-toe for a little bit. Even if they went to hand-to-hand combat, I'm probably going to say she's going to be more tricky on that. But Shino's knowledge of insects would allow him to more than likely avoid like moves that would she threw at him with her insect appendages. So they'd go back and forth. He'd have a weapon like kunai on him that I don't think she has any real defense against. She just has like natural armor, like a carapace. So she probably would get injured, but still generally be fine. Eventually, she might be able to like skewer Ino, but then would turn into the insects, and the insects would attack her and her insects. The question is, would Ino run out of insects before he killed her? I don't think so, because I don't think she'd be properly prepared for the type of insects that his beetles are. So I'm going to say no. Ultimately, because I think granted, I think her age-wise is they don't give an age, unfortunately, for her. It seems, one second here, species rising in power, doesn't actually give an age. I can't imagine she's like thousands of years old, but I have to believe she's relatively on the older side. Most of these characters tend to lean that way. Let me see if I can get a current timeline there. Maybe that will give you an idea. Oh, it's in the end of the day. Those are there. Mommy Swarm to do ages ago. Okay, ages. So that's probably like couple, maybe hundreds of years. So she's probably older than Shino. But Shino is a lot more, I think, level-headed in combat than most Mortal Kombat characters are. She being no expense, because I have seen some of her fights, and yeah, she's not the most level. I mean, she's a cold person, and she could easily fight with a calm demeanor, but Shino has to keep his emotions in check. Otherwise, his bugs would go out of control. So that allows him to be that much more level-headed. Ultimately, because of what Shino is capable of with some of his, like a giant tsunami of bugs and things along those lines, and summoning large bugs like summoning jutsu, I will have to lean towards Shino in the fight. But that's not to say she couldn't win. I just don't think I just don't think the likelihood is she would win. I think it would be Shino. So I'm going to go 75% of the time it's Shino. What do you think? Do you think it's Shino or do you think it's Devora? Put it in the comments below. Let me know. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And that is who would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, whatever, anything you do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I got no plans for tomorrow for a video, and then it's the usual. And then we'll talk about next week. Because next week, I'm going to be doing something a little different. So keep your eyes out. Thanks for watching. By the way, if we hit 3,000 subscribers recently. That video is up for the Q&A. If you got a question you want us to answer, put it in the Q&A. But again, guys, if you want to give a suggestion for a what if, go ahead. If you want me to do a who would win, that's fine. But keep in mind, you give me a what if question in the Q&A, I'm not going to answer it then and there. I will give you the most bare bone response to that what if possible. Otherwise, you're just going to have to go on the list and for a later time. So anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. See you later.